Okay, so for Mephiston's wings, as I said, it's a multi-part. What I've got here is a pack from Reaper. It costs like $9. And let's have a look. It's the angelic wing set. It has all these fantastic looking wings. Wow. So we've also got some eagle wings from Warhammer Fantasy, the Great Eagle. And these are the 4 angelic wings that come in the set. And then of course, this is the thing that I really love. I spent about $35 on this. Freebooter Miniatures Fallen Angel. And he is a gorgeous mini. Now, again, I'm gonna just cast his wings in epoxy resin, and maybe I'll paint him at a later time. But the wing components for him are just really sweet. First of all, he's a cool looking mini. He also has a really cool sword. I wonder if that would suit. Probably not. I really want to make the sword from plasticard. I like plasticard swording. See how big these wings are. They're amazing. That's all the wing pieces that I have. Okay, so have a look at this. These are really cool. They go out in this really massive way. So they're pretty epic. So here's Mephiston, straight out of a blister pack from Gamers Guild Hall. Rob sent it over for me. Just put this up over here. And so here's Mephi. Nice detail in the cast. Sword arm here. And his base. And his jetpack with his standard. And so if we look at him compared to these wings, they're pretty epic. They're way too big for him. I mean, it's kind of stupid. As you know, or you may not know, but I'm not making a normal scale Mephi. I'm making a true scale plus a little bit, similar to Dante. So let's have a look at what that looks like. But I won't be using Mephi. I'll be using a Terminated variant, so it'll be a bit better. Probably about this big. Anyway, let's have a look at the wings and see what we can do. I'm gonna put you in here, Mr. Mephi. So, here are the corpse cart bodies. Not quite sure how this is gonna work. If his wings were like that, which they probably will, but they might actually be more up. It's hard to say. Then we have his, just trying to arrange all these pieces. His cape there, his backpack here. The bodies could be, of course this is all reversed, but I think in that area there, something like that, roughly. I don't want them to get ridiculous, but so many different options. I was thinking of having multi-layered wings, but I don't want it to get stupid, so we'll have to see how we go. So if I cast this all in green stuff, then I can chop and change and put bits together. Although that looks quite nice like that. Just don't want it to look like a butterfly. That would be the downward variation. Yeah, I like it up with the cape. We could have epic wings. Epic wing time. Yeah, this is what I really want to do. Awesome. I might need to get some silicone. So there's that. What else have we got going? Just looking at the wings, and this is interesting. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do here. We have some really highly detailed wings here. Let's just have a close look again. You can see the feathers here. Really nice detail. Now my question is, if I go in and do an Oyamura mold and a green stuff cast, will I lose detail? And then if I cast that again, will I lose further detail? And I guess the answer is probably yes. But the alternative is to then fashion these wings together, get them all filed down and sanded, hack away at this plastic, make it fit all nicely, and then do a cast of that, either in Oyamura or silicone, which I've never done before and kind of don't want to do. What I might try is doing a green stuff cast first, see what that does to the detail, and then we'll go from there. So, with that in mind, let's heat up some more Oyamura. So just how much more? Well, I need to cover the surface area of these wings twice, for the back and the front. I mean, that's nowhere near enough. Let's go back to our bag. I'm just looking here. We've got a bunch of stuff we don't really need any more of. So that's the idea with Oyamura. You can just take all this stuff and put it back into the boiling water and get a single hardened piece out of it. You can mix colors, by the way, at least in my experience. So into the pot we go. Stirring, stirring. So it's all melted and congealed into a big pile of bloop. The trick with this is you got to watch out that there'll be air bubbles and water bubbles trapped in the middle. So when you're squeezing it together into a big solid mass, bits of boiling hot water are going to pour out onto your fingers. That's not my fault. It's how I do. Just a warning. Just one thing, when you do make a big mass of it, try and keep it flat and thin, because when you bunch it up in a thick ball, the center of it stays really hard and it takes heaps ages for it to get all mushy. You can see how much mushy it is now. So I'm just going to plop that in and leave those for a couple of minutes. One Oyamura pancake and one Oyamura pancake coming up. And I'm going to use the pink to take a cast of the lower wings and the green to take a cast of the upper wings. So this has gone hard. but here's one that's fresh out of the pan into a bowl, wet, and we'll take this guy over to the table. So, we got your Mura. What did I say? Upper and lower. So get rid of these guys. We're gonna try and mold these ones. I'm gonna make a little pastry and then pinch around all the corners. Again with this one. Making little dim sims. Okay, and then we've got a green taffy. This is full of air bubbles. That's okay. We'll figure it out. Could add to the effect, right? So, here comes one wing. Quickly fold it over. Now, gosh, it'd be so much easier if I just used like a normal silicone mold. You know me. Pinching isn't really working on this one. Could always do it in 2 parts, top and bottom, which might be smarter really. Well, this one looks a lot better than the other one, mainly because I braced it against the board and I was able to make quite a nice triangular frame for it. This one I didn't do that at all. I don't know what I did with this one. Strange. Well, the only way to see how it went is to just wait and find out. I'll see you back in a few minutes.